Here now, I don't want to use AJ because I already kind of watching AJ. So let's use GBP JPY. I was already in AJ. But yeah, that 50, that's a good technique. 50 kind of sometimes it holds true. If you see a rejection off of that, likes to reject off of the 50. You got the 20-day EMA. That's a cool entry technique. Wait for the break, the bounce on that. Let's mark up GJ. I'm gonna do a little light markup. Starting that daily, top down always. And my lines will be horrible. I'm just trying to get. I don't really. Well, I need them, but just a visual. If we get a trade, y'all can take it with a small, uh, just a little penny lot or something, or even on demo. So I mean, it's already primed at somewhere where I want it to be. So I'm just waiting for entry signal now. We can come down, and I'm trying to get to the point to where I just make a read and I just take the trade. You don't want to spend all day. You don't want to get paralysis of analysis, because I could come in here and I could start marking a whole bunch of lines. I see something here, I will mark that off. I'll go a trend line. I mean, it's still, once again, they subjective. I could be pushing the trend line here, and it'll tell me two different things. It could tell me it's going to the upside, or since this just formed, I can use it more as a double trend line. Sometimes I even like to do something like this. I'll mark off both areas. What was that? That was right here. Now you're working on to what some people call this method like a Fibbo fan. You're starting to pull out ratios of Fibbo just using, you're doing it manually with trend lines. So you know this area here is kind of like a range where price could kind of bounce in between. Let's see what now we jump into the meat and potatoes. We want to see where we can enter it. Got a nice push to the upside. Reading a little bit of volume. Price rejected at this area, so that could mean something. This could be just a little fake out, a little poke out, come back, retest it here, drop it, retest it here. I'm gonna mark this off just for kicks. Personally, I prefer the 30. We can go even into the 15. Don't really see nothing. Now we're gonna work our way down. If I want to just not force, but if I want to go ahead and get actively right now, jumping into this 5-minute, starting to make reads on the 5-minute. We was trapped in this little bit of consolidation. Market came up under, tested it, breaking down a little bit. Now I'm even in more current time. What's happening right now? 1 minute. Okay, I got to push down, nice size candle. See what this next candle. Don't take this trade because this will be a quick fire entry. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna probably take this to maybe potentially the downside. Giving me a trajectory kind of. We're gonna see how it reacts with this line. So I got one or two ways to play it. This is where your entry technique comes in too. You can be aggressive or you can be conservative. Conservative would be to wait for it to break, come back and retest, get a confirmation that it may want to push down. Aggressive would be go ahead and take the trade, let it push down. Stop loss would be a little bit above here, tighter entry. Now I'm just filling out the market. I want to see what she gonna say to me. I can even put on Bollinger Bands as another overlay. 20 EMA right there. So I got a little bit of resistance overhead. So my read is already made. Now I'm just waiting on the exact time to hit the button. So while I'm doing that, I can just put more off the checklist. Do I see anything else that I want to look at quarter points? We're in the middle. To be honest, I'm kind of forced. To me, this would be a forced trade. I don't have anything really to back this up on. I got this area up here, kind of got this. But to me, this is all consolidation right now. Even on a 1 minute, it's consolidation. So it's fractal. It's going to go up to the 15-minute kind of consolidation. It did give us a little breakdown. We have another pattern here, which could kind of be considered either a pennant, kind of like a triangle. I'm kind of confused the two. We got this little area here. So now we just simple. You can either do simple break and retest method, or you can do breakout. I'm gonna zoom back in. Bam. Me personally, I'm aggressive. That would have been my entry. Win, lose, or draw. I would have went and took the trade. But I'm more aggressive. At this point now, we just simulating. I didn't take a trade yet, but at this point now, since it's pushing back, I'm just thinking, I've always got my capital in mind, because if we were scalping, we're gonna use a heavy lot size. So now I'm already making a decision. Do I want to hold it, or do I want to get out? Even though stop loss up here, I'm looking at the momentum push. How heavy is this candle gonna be? Right here, I can make a decision, or I can kind of wait. So I'm making a series of what ifs. Now I'm no longer a trader. I'm already in. I'm just protecting capital. Okay, pushed up again. For this example's sake, we're gonna say we're gonna hold it. But personally, I'm cutting the trade now. If I'm scalping, I'm just cutting. And I'm waiting for another setup. But if I was more passive, say I had won a trade right before, I got capital on the line of risk. That's where you just hold it. And we're gonna see how I react. So that's price action, entering on price action. We drew up a little odd little triangle. I don't even got my MT4 up. I was gonna say I'm gonna actually take this trade. Gave us the wick off of that. So that would have been a sharper entry. So patience pays sometime. That would have been a better right in the profit. Wick entry. So this first entry, or if you got enough capital, you could have put both of them. First entry, a little bit of drawdown. Second entry, already in profit. Second entry, first entry kind of bouncing between break even. So now you got more on the line. You're just gonna be more conservative on your capital. It's wicking. Go ahead and cut that trade with 1 pip. Let the second one run still. It's still in drawdown. So that's real. To me, that's scalping. That's like almost high frequency, like kind of what they do. You'll see maybe like an algorithm do based off of ticks. I want to get to the point to where they got like commands where you can push like function T, or you can put like hotkeys to where you don't have to click the mouse, so you cutting down time. Like scalpers that I didn't see, like real deal scalpers, they just using key commands. So it's like, bam, they go to trade. Bam, I'm out to trade. Close every trade that I'm in. So if you want to scalp, look in the hotkeys. You can program out the hotkeys on your thing. So, I mean, we was being cautious. So that's where your own personality come into play with the scalping entries, because I was being a little too cautious, and I could have went ahead and, well, maybe I was on the money, but we took 1 pip profit, came back to break even, so we could have had probably about 2 pips. This other one would have been break even. We could have hit the function key and closed everything out. 2 pip profit. Imagine we had like a 100 lot on that for 2 pips. Still dropping. But you just gotta have the weight. You gotta be a big boy to trade like that. Cause it could do that with 100 lot, 2 pips. That's heavy. Same concept you want to look on with you when you got $1,000 account, but you're using full standard lots. Because the market could just do something like that, little fake out, little poke, and now it start going to where you want it to go. But hell, you already so heavy in drawdown, and then you looking at that money is what. That's another thing. But you see, I try not to have the terminal just showing me all day like the money going up and down, because it make me want to just close the trade. I see them numbers, so I'm just looking at pip count. They do have it up here, but primarily I want to look at like how many pips I got towards my risk to reward. That would have been a good scout trade. Look like it's about to break. So we may get another entry in a couple minutes, a minute or two. We'll see if it'll push, give us a nice push down, give us a pullback, and then we can possibly all enter a scalp here and try to take it for like 5-10 pips. We can even let it run, move it to break even to see if we can get about. We can turn your scalps into longer trades. So you just hold them and you move it, adding in as the market does its waves. So did I hit everything? Look out, D. Was that cool? As far as example.
Yeah, that was cool, bro. I actually, cause I don't Skype. I mean scalp. I never have, but it just gave me a clear indication on how I can use that strategy for scalping like high volatile pairs.
Man, because them pushes gonna be a lot bigger.
Right.
GJ move like that, but think about doing that on the trying to get it on the exotic if you can time it right.
Mm-hmm.
That 1 minute candle probably gonna be like 10-15 pips.
Man, look, I've been trading exotics on the hour. This just showed me a lot, bro.